Good day, everyone. Welcome to this subject, Social Studies, Grade 8A and 8B. Your teacher here, Miss Michelle Joy. This video will serve as a makeup recap class, especially for the students who weren't able to attend our class virtually. Let's proceed to our online learning discussion now. As before we begin with our online discussion, I would like us to have a short review or recap of the last topics discussed. The first one was equator. What is equator? The equator is an imaginary line that runs around the middle of the Earth. The line of the equator is right in between the North and the South Pole. It divides the globe into two different parts, the Northern Hemisphere and the Southern Hemisphere. Next, we have studied about latitude and longitude. Facts about latitude are known as parallels, run in an east-west direction, measure distance north and south from the equator, are parallel to one another and never meet, cross the prime meridian at right angle, lie in the planes that cross the Earth's axis as right angles, get shorter toward the poles, with the equator at the largest circle. Facts about lines of longitude are known as meridians, run in a north-south direction, measure distance east and west of the prime meridian, are furthest apart at the equator and meet at the poles, cross the equator at right angles, lie in planes that pass through the Earth's axis, are equal in length, are halves of great circles. Objectives of the lesson for today are the following. Number one, students must be able to know about European maps. And number two, students must be able to know the countries of Europe. So at the end of this online discussion class, I'm sure or I hope that you will be able to differentiate the two European maps that we are going to study. And you are going to name some countries of the 50 countries of Europe. Topics: letter A, European maps, and letter B, countries of Europe. These are the vocabulary words. Please repeat after me so you can still practice your speaking skills and your reading skills even if you are just at home. Are you ready now? Let's start reading. Number one, physical map. Number two, political map. Number three, country. Number four, flag. And number five, capital city. Now let's read the meaning of these words one by one. Physical map shows land elevations and physical features such as mountains, valleys, and deserts. Different colors show different land elevations, also called a topographical map. The second word is political map. Political map shows man-made features of the world such as countries, cities, roads, and airports. The third word is country. Countries means states, provinces, nations, realms, territories, districts, regions, lands, areas, and domains. Fourth word is flag. What is a flag? A flag's purpose is to represent a place, organization, or person, generally on a rectangular piece of cloth, to be seen at a distance, often moving from both sides, and reproduced in quantity and in many sizes. The last word that we have is capital city. Capital city is an important place. President and Prime Minister have their offices in capital city. Rules and laws made in capital city. Flags fly over government buildings. Parliament building would only be found in capital. So these are the 5 words that can help us better understand our topic for today. Let's read them again one by one. Physical map, political map, country, flag, and capital city.
This is Earth. Maybe you've heard of it. I sure hope so, because you live on one of its 7 continents. If you love history, then buckle up for a trip to Europe, the birthplace of some of the most famous civilizations ever. Europe is the second smallest of the continents, but for its size and population, it takes third place, right behind Asia and Africa. Europeans live in some incredible places. From the largest island in the world, Greenland, to the smallest nation in the world, Vatican City. About 10% of the world's population live in Europe. From the subtropical beaches of Monaco to the polar tundras of Norway. You have to brave the cold to see some of Europe's natural wonders. Iceland has one of the best views of nature's light show, the Northern Lights. If you are not afraid of heights, head to the border of Italy and Switzerland. You can climb one of the most famous mountains in the world, the Matterhorn. It looks like a giant tooth, right? Some of Europe's wonders were built by hand. You may have heard of a few, like the Eiffel Tower that soars above the city of Paris, France. It was once the tallest building in the world and has almost 7 million visitors every year. Or check out the Colosseum in Rome, Italy. It's the biggest amphitheater in the world, made of stone and concrete and built almost 2,000 years ago. In the 6th century in Athens, Greece, amazing artistic theaters and temples were built. Ancient Greeks loved watching plays and hosting special events to honor their gods. The celebrations held in the city of Olympia inspired the world's Olympic Games. Europe is filled with more than just amazing places and people. It's also home to a few amazing animals. In the western forests of Europe, you may hear gray wolves howling, brown bears hunting, or golden eagles soaring overhead. In Eastern Europe, you may see the rare Euro-Asian lynx and the European bison. On the northern edges of Europe, you may even see a polar bear. Europe is packed with over 742 million people in 47 countries, enjoying beautiful views of mountains and valleys, coastlines and skylines. Europe is full of incredible sights and fascinating cultures. No wonder the most visited continent on Earth is, you guessed it, Europe.
Facts about Europe. In Europe, there are no deserts. It is the only continent without any deserts. Both world wars were largely focused in Europe. The Vatican City, the world's smallest country, is in Europe. One of the unusual festivals of Europe is the Tomatina Festival. It is celebrated in Spain. In this, every participant is involved in throwing tomatoes at each other.
Europe. Europe has 50 countries. France. The capital is Paris. Spain. The capital is Madrid. Portugal. The capital is Lisbon. United Kingdom. The capital is London. Ireland. The capital is Dublin. Iceland. The capital is Reykjavik. Norway. The capital is Oslo. Sweden. The capital is Stockholm. Finland. The capital is Helsinki. Denmark. The capital is Copenhagen. Germany. The capital is Berlin. Netherlands. The capital is Amsterdam. Belgium. The capital is Brussels. Luxembourg. The capital is Luxembourg. Switzerland. The capital is Bern. Italy. The capital is Rome. Austria. The capital is Vienna. Liechtenstein. The capital is Vaduz. Czech Republic. The capital is Prague. Poland. The capital is Warsaw. Slovakia. The capital is Bratislava. Hungary. The capital is Budapest. Slovenia. The capital is Ljubljana. Croatia. The capital is Zagreb. Serbia. The capital is Belgrade. Bosnia and Herzegovina. The capital is Sarajevo. Montenegro. The capital is Podgorica. Kosovo. The capital is Pristina. Macedonia. The capital is Skopje. Albania. The capital is Tirana. Greece. The capital is Athens. Bulgaria. The capital is Sofia. Romania. The capital is Bucharest. Moldavia. The capital is Chisinau. Ukraine. The capital is Kiev. Belarus. The capital is Minsk. Lithuania. The capital is Vilnius. Latvia. The capital is Riga. Estonia. The capital is Tallinn. Russia. The capital is Moscow. Turkey. The capital is Ankara. Cyprus. The capital is Nicosia. Malta. The capital is Valletta. Vatican. The capital is Vatican. San Marino. The capital is San Marino. Monaco. The capital is Monte Carlo. Andorra. The capital is Andorra. Other countries in Europe. Armenia. The capital is Yerevan. Azerbaijan. The capital is Baku. Georgia. The capital is Tbilisi. Kazakhstan. The capital is Nur Sultan.
Now class, these are the countries and flags of Europe. So flags of Europe and the capital cities. I'm not going to read this to you anymore because we just watched the video that shows us about the countries and flags as well as the capital cities of European countries. Now class, this is the physical map of Europe. So as you can see class, there are three distinct colors in here that differentiates each other. So green color means the vegetation or forest, brown color means the land area, and the blue color means the bodies of water that surrounds the countries or the continent of Europe. Next class is the political map of Europe. So the political map of Europe shows us the different countries as well as the capital cities of each country. Now class, let us summarize the topics that we have just discussed about European countries, physical and political maps. So class, in European continent, there are 50 countries. This is how a physical map of Europe looks like. So it shows us green color, which means vegetation or forest. The land area is brown color, and the bodies of water that surrounds this continent is the blue color. This is the political map of Europe, which shows us the different countries and capital cities of this continent. Now class, for your activity, it is live worksheet. Just click the link in the Google Classroom to answer the activity, and this is how it looks like. So where are these countries? Write the number. Just write 1 to 14. And in the second part, write the capital city of the following countries. If you're finished, click finish. Click check my answers, screenshot, write your name, and upload in Social Studies album in your line group. Good luck, everyone! So class, that is the end of our lesson. It's time for us to say our goodbyes. I hope you have learned something about European countries, physical and political maps of Europe. If you have any question, please call me in my personal line account or send me a message and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you very much. Until next time. Goodbye, everyone.